Are you the barber?
Yes.
I'm Ricky.
Yes. Ricky.
Ciao, thank you. Can we go?
Yeah.
Cannot hold overflows. Become one. Now work it. Don't just stop. Let me see you pop. At the barbershop.
Oh, finally we have some privacy. It's just you and me. Yes, because Laura, after the dentist, well, she can barely speak. So she stayed home and we are finally exploring solo, guys. You and me. So my curly Italian head definitely needs a haircut. And guess what? There is one and only one hairdresser here in Izmir that accepts Bitcoin. And that's where we are going. Let's go.
Move your body close to me. Now feel the rhythm, you're surrender to the beat. Now strap your boots on, move your body close to me. Now feel the rhythm, you're surrender to the beat. Work it.
Thank you.
That was fantastic.
Don't you stop at the barbershop.
And voila, we did it. I love to cut my hair when I travel, guys. I don't know why, I just love it. Hey, merchants like Burak, my friend Burak, those merchants are pioneers. They are the first to accept Bitcoin. They are not Bitcoiners. They don't know exactly what they are doing. They just know this can be good for their business. That's why they do it. We must support them. So please, do me a favor, do yourself a favor. Spend some sats, guys. Let's support these merchants. Let's create a circular economy, a Bitcoin circular economy. We have been traveling in Turkey for weeks now, and even though the adoption of Bitcoin here is in its infancy, just about everywhere we find merchants willingly accepting them. At this point, however, we are a bit confused. As we explained in our first vlog from Istanbul, officially in Turkey there is a regulation in place that prohibits anyone from using Bitcoin as a currency. So, how is it possible that no one cares? How do all the merchants we met accept Bitcoin without being fined or prosecuted? Something is not adding up. We could really use some experts in the field to explain what is going on. Meet Kaan and Ece, two lawyers and Bitcoiners who have delved into the issue. Experts like them are exactly what we need to shed some light. We meet them on the streets of Izmir, the city where they live and work. Before we sit down and talk a little bit about their work for Bitcoin, they show us around the city, and apparently they must find us a little too skinny because they invite us to taste the many delights of local cuisine. Let me tell you something. Turkish cuisine is really delicious. The variety of foods, the quality of ingredients, the flavors, the spices. If you're a food lover, it is absolutely worth coming to Turkey for that alone.
So how do you say, do you accept Bitcoin in Turkish? Or can I pay with Bitcoin?
Bitcoin kabul eder misin? Do you accept Bitcoin?
Bitcoin kabul
Eder misin?
eder misin?
Yeah, perfect.
Bitcoin kabul eder misin?
Yeah,
Bitcoin kabul eder misin?
it's perfect. I would.
Bitcoin kabul eder misin?
Yes. So first question I have for you is probably the most important question, because please help me understand this. Are Bitcoin payments banned in Turkey, yes or no?
No.
Legally?
No.
No. Why is that?
Because we only have one regulation of a central bank, and central bank doesn't have the authority to illegalize anything because they don't have the power to issue law. So, in short, merchants, individuals like you and me, we can just agree on a payment or a service in return of Bitcoin, and there is no ban against it. And currently, there cannot be any ban against it because we do not have any law.
We had a regulation in 2021, and when you Google is Bitcoin banned in Turkey, or is Bitcoin payments are banned in Turkey, you will see those articles about approving that, yes, and saying that there is a ban in Turkey in payments, in Bitcoin payments. According to the Turkish constitution, only laws can implement penalties and punishments. You cannot implement a penalty just by a mere regulation. And what we have in our hands in Turkey are only a mere regulation, and the power of central bank is only can be implemented against banks, payment institutions, and electronic money institutions. And
They're
those,
all listed.
yeah, they're all listed. And cafes like this one, or merchants, or people who would accept payments in Bitcoin cannot be penalized by the Central Bank of Turkey. Merchants are 100% safe at the moment, and they cannot be penalized just because they have accepted Bitcoin in Turkey. This is why we are saying as
no ban.
Bitcoiner lawyers that there is no ban on accepting Bitcoin.
Okay, so we have an answer. You have a lawyer firm, and you do accept Bitcoin in your work, right?
Proudly, of course.
Proudly. And you have clients that pay you in Bitcoin?
We have clients paying us in Bitcoin. Actually, one of our very generous clients have introduced us into Bitcoin.
Yeah. I think because of the wrongful media, wrongful news, people are a bit frightened to accept Bitcoin, because when this regulation about the central bank popped up, people were just reading the news that it's illegal to accept Bitcoin. And bad news travel around so fast, so now people think that it's illegal. Also at the beginning, people thought that, oh, okay, they are just using it to do illegal stuff or bad stuff. So it's hard to just demolish the prejudice in people. And I think nowadays we are just facing the effect of it. Yeah.
So basically what you're saying is that even if there is no law, and the ban is not constitutional, it was enough to ignite anti-Bitcoin propaganda, and the anti-Bitcoin propaganda was very effective.
People are just scared now, and it's hard to just tell them that no, the ban doesn't include you.
Izmir is not among the most touristically famous cities in Turkey, yet it has a great charm. Its golf, its street, and its nightlife are well worth a visit. It is also an ideal base camp to spend a few days at the seaside, taking advantage of the many beautiful beaches in the city's surroundings, or to visit some of the world's most famous archaeological wonders, such as Ephesus. We cannot resist the allure of spending a day in the ruins of this legendary city, especially since we managed to find a tour guide who accepts Bitcoin. The the economic system of the future and the past of our civilization in one place, a real space-time wormhole. Priceless.
How do you say no shitcoin here?
We don't have
We don't have the Turkish version of shitcoin. Shitcoin is shitcoin.
Keep a shitcoin.
Yeah.
Italian as well. it's
Then
just
yeah,
Bitcoin.
yeah. And how do you
Shitcoin
say?
is international.
And how do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
say no shitcoin here in Turkish? No
Burada
and here.
shitcoin yok.
Hmm?
Burada shitcoin yok.
Burada shitcoin yok. Burada shitcoin yok.
It's perfect.